Greetings and salutations everyone, my name is Wiggy, and recently I've been trying out some of the classical old MMORPGs, like Lineage 2. Sometimes it's good to just return to the good old classic MMORPGs that made the genre what it is today. While Rohan isn't a classic, there are a lot of people who played Rohan as their first MMORPG. Not only that, but it was actually requested quite a number of times, and that's a good enough reason for me to check it out. Now I will point out that STIX and I have played a little bit of Rohan in the past, so I am hoping that this time around I'll get a little bit further and see how the game progresses. So to start off, Rohan, much like a lot of older MMORPGs, it's relatively slow. We all know that's how those games worked back then. And gameplay wise, it's pretty simple. You get the generic quests from the NPCs to kill hordes of monsters or loot hordes of items at any given time. However, completing these quests isn't as easy as it sounds. The quests themselves are actually quite undescriptive. They'll tell you what monsters to kill. They'll also tell you what items they need you to turn in, so it's all quite helpful, except for the general information on where those monsters actually are and what creatures you need to kill in order to get those specific items. They kind of leave those parts out, which is kind of important. So these undescriptive quests can lead you on a wild goose chase, looking for phantom creatures in unknown areas as you explore the map frantically and desperately to complete your quest objectives. 2 quest objectives you have in your whole quest list that you got from those 2 random NPCs in that giant ass town that has way too many steps, might I point out. Anyway, this definitely made it hard for me to complete quests, which was actually quite unfortunate, as questing seems to be the only reliable source of gaining levels in this game that I found. And even if you do find the monsters that you need to kill after what feels like hours of searching, you're tasked with killing 30 creatures straight. These creatures, of course, being quite powerful and difficult to kill. So this is definitely no task for a weak adventurer to undertake. That being said, it did make the combat way less boring and much more entertaining due to the fact it was actually challenging to defeat these monsters. And I know what it's like to fight against the weak monsters in this game. It can make you feel like you're manually piloting a botting program as you're consistently and continuously killing the same monsters at the very same spot whilst they spawn and spawn again in hopes that they'll finally drop the item required for that other quest that I was mentioning. I've got mixed feelings about this game. Anyway, if we're not taking into consideration the questing system, the game itself isn't too bad, graphically speaking. It's relatively good, especially for a game released back in 2008. It's nothing groundbreaking, but at least it doesn't make your eyes bleed. My eyes are very sensitive to these things, you know. It's why I wear spectacles after all. Saw one too many ugly MMORPGs and then boom, eyesight completely gone. Sad story, really. Same thing happened to my brother STIX. Even he wears glasses now. Being an MMO tuber takes a toll on the body, guys. You have no idea. Back on topic, as I seem to have strayed a little there. Rohan has a very intricate skill tree system in place. When you choose a skill to level up, it unlocks the next skill in that specific chain. So you can't unlock the final skills of your skill list without first getting the prior skills. So you will definitely have to take some time and think about what skills you would like to learn and which ones you would like to leave out, as there are limited skill points. So unlocking all of them is just a bad idea all around. Something interesting about Rohan, and really about a lot of older MMORPGs, is the choices you have. Typically, I found a lot of older MMORPGs have a lot of races to choose from, none of which seem to be gender locked, and Rohan is just the same. There's just so many races to pick between, it's crazy. The only gender-locked race I found seemed to be Trinity, which was a female-exclusive fairy-like race, as you play a lolly character that grows up into a bodacious, larger fairy lady. Anyway, all of these races have specific classes attached to them, with none of the races in question having all of those specific classes unlocked. Keep in mind that all of these races also have their own beginning areas and starting quest lines, so this is something that will make you feel like you're playing a brand new game each race you play, which is either good for some people or bad, especially if you like to play with other people and they want to pick a different race to you. You'll have to do different quests. Then of course, no free-to-play MMORPG would be complete without having the dreaded cash shop, the place where all of your hopes and dreams go to die in a black hole of nothingness, which is the whale's wallet. It seems like you can buy most items here. I can't say how effective they are in the long run, as I'm not high enough to properly tell you this information, but it is nevertheless disheartening to see. I do understand that free MMORPGs need to make money somehow, but I feel like there really is a better way to do this. So to tally up my experience in Rohan, even though it was brief, it wasn't all that bad. It was slow at times, but still relatively good. There's a large non-instanced world to explore, lots of classes to try out, relatively good graphics, and, well, some tedious quests to complete. But that's how all MMORPGs are. So guys, if you're looking for a good older styled MMORPG to play, then Rohan might be that something you've been itching for. Anyway guys, good day, night, or afternoon, wherever it is where you are. And I'll be seeing you guys next time.
"口づけくらいじゃ足りないも愛に夜が終わる前」